Okay, here we go with the power valve. Turn around here. Here's your power valve. And there you go. You can see I'm moving. Maybe you can see that moving. That's maybe a better shot. So, the manual says to remove this bolt and this bolt to pull this mechanism out. So that's easy enough. Come in here. Let's get this guy out. This is basically got a washer on it to retain the bearings that are in here. So you pull that guy out. Don't misplace the washer. And then it also says to use a 5mm bolt to pull these bearings out, which luckily enough this guy right here is a M5 screw. That's what that is. Not 5mm, but M5. So screw that in there and then slowly, gingerly pull out. Oh, the bar came with it. So there's part of your power valve. There's the bar. Take that out, stick it in some cleaner. Pull these bearings off. And I'm going to stick the part of the power valve in to clean it and some soak it so I can get some of that. It says to descale your power valve. I don't know if that's just Italian, lost in the translation, but I haven't descaled my motorcycle once, but I am doing it now. Same thing here, pull this guy out. Put this guy over here with that. And this pulls out. Fairly easy. Put this down into the cleaner, let it soak a little bit. Now we've got one more thing we got to do. See the manual, it says drive a bar into this hole to push out that rod. T-handle is luckily enough the right size. Gently tap this bar out of here. Over there. Pull the bar out. Put it down in the cleaner. And then gently pull, let the power valves fall out. I'm going to put these down in the cleaner, let them soak a little bit. I'm going to clean them a little bit more. Once I do that, I'll be back. Okay, power valve. Time for reassemble it inside the head. I've already gone on, let everything dry. I put a little bit of 2-stroke oil on all the surfaces that are going to rub against something so they don't seize up when I start my engine up. Get the rod, get the cylinder so you can see it. That if you can see it. And get it to where it almost wants to come in, right there. So put it in this second hole here. This is the rod that the power valves flap on. And as it says in the manual, you want to make sure that your power valve ridge faces the top of the cylinder or the head. So that means it's going to be this way and as so. So this is the proper way. And there's a little bit of a fuzzy job here. It's kind of a pain in the butt. Get the rod started. Then you got to work the power valve up in here. The second piece, always seemed like the second one's a little bit harder than the first one. Get up in here. Get it to drop down in there in the right place. There we go. And get the rod down in there. Just it takes a little tap. If it starts to feel like it's seizing up, and stop. Start over. It's just going down in there. I'm gonna try to get this rod somewhere in the middle, and I've found that about 17 millimeters is about where it should be. Oh, looks like maybe I put it too far in. Oh, actually, it's the same on both sides, so it's good. Got the rod down in there, both sides. Now, make sure these things won't move. They move. They move like they're supposed to. Okay, now here comes the next part. Next part is you get your other rod. Put the rod, your power valve mechanism. Stick the rod on this side. And you want to come to the power valve actuator arm side. Yeah. Get this grease off my hands. I'll drop this stuff. Now you want to make sure that get the rod inside the power wing. See, it goes inside. Get the drive through, and then this mechanism is basically the way it should be. With you got the two stops where the bolt is in between the two stops. Oh, let's try that again. Get this guy. And since you're in oil, got my Loctite 243, which is oil Loctite based in oil inside the heat of an engine, which I learned about when I rebuilt my KTM motor. I had to do the whole thing on that. Tons of fun. That's a different project. So you get that down in there. Just kind of snug it down for now. Might have to take it off. And so we have this side. Got your hole. You got to line it up with this hole. Get it in there. Push it down. Then you want to put your bearings in. Do this nice and easy. Don't force anything. Get that to go in. Then you take your other stop bolt, put the washer on, get you some more Loctite, just a dab of do ya. Come on, dab it do me. Doobie doobie doobie. It's gonna make work for it. There we go, got some in there. Get this lined up. Threads lined up. The manual says, I think 10 Newton meters. 10 Newton meters. So, snug that guy down. Time to whip out your torque wrench and do this for you torque guys. I've always kind of been a by feel guy, which is not, it's here and there. Depends what your mechanical skill is. Okay. Don't want to strip it, but you want to to be tight. Okay, those both feel good. So there's your power valve situation. Now I need to lube this cylinder, lube my piston, get my piston ready to go on. I gotta double check all that stuff.